Well, it's happening, y'all. It is definitely happening, and there ain't a damn thing I can do about it. My son Jordan is just about ready to start driving. And I got to tell you, I am mixed with excitement, nervous, terrified, overjoyed, and honestly a little sad because I feel like this day got here faster than I ever thought it would. And it just it marks another chapter that we're about to close and open with my kids. Um, he just started his junior year. In fact, I'm waiting for him to get out of school right now, him and his brother. His brother just started his freshman year, and everything is coming fast. And I wish it would slow down, but I got no control over that. Life is lifing right now. We got him his first car, and most parents are like me and my kid's mom. We want to make sure we get him something small, something that's cheap on gas, something that's safe, and something that fits the kind of lifestyle that they have. And I'm actually sitting in my son's car right now. We got him a little Honda CRV. It's great on gas, and it fits perfect with all his baseball stuff and the things that he does. So I want to give a shout out to a very, very good friend of mine, Pastor Vic. I met him probably 5 years ago at a church I used to attend, and we just hit it off. We became really good friends, and I cherish my friendship with him a lot. He's done a lot for me when it comes to having deep conversations and just sharing life with me and talking life into me, you know what I mean, about being a great father and whatnot. I also want to give a shout out to his son, Isaiah, and his wife, Julie. They have been a blessing. Isaiah is one of my assistant coaches that I brought along with me. That's Vic's younger son, and Julie is his wife. And they blessed us. I can't even say enough. They blessed us. This car came up for sale because their son Isaiah got a new car, and I gave him a call and told him he'd be interested. We worked out a price, and then they worked out a lower price, and I asked them, or I told them they didn't need to do that, and they insisted because they just wanted to bless my son and us as a family to have his first new car. And listen, man, there's something about being a great person, being a good person, and making sure that when you're living life, you're treating people how you want to be treated. There's something said about people who are always trying to do the best they can. We're not perfect. We all fall short. I fall short every day. But if your goal is to every day try to be better, and even when you fall and you fail, you get up and you try again, that's what matters. And I think it goes a long ways for when you get into situations like looking for a new car for your son, and people see that and they want to help, they want to bless you. This goes with anything in life, guys. It doesn't have to be a car. It could be just being there to help you move, being there to teach you something new, being there to give you a ride when your car breaks down, being there to console you when life is kicking you in the balls. You know what I mean? So I just want to thank the family, man, for helping us out. Now, on the flip side, my son Jordan is excited. We took a picture of him holding the keys. He's so excited. He's, all his friends are starting to drive now, and we're just excited that he's going to have the opportunity to join the driving world. I am nervous because Not because I don't think he's ready. I'm going to be working with him on his driving. He'll be taking his permit test here soon, and then a license test. But I'm going to be working with him driving and teaching him. But I'm more concerned about the people that are around him driving. I've been driving for a long time, and I know that most of the time I've had some scares is because someone else does not know how to drive. And that concerns me, I'm a dad. You guys know, if you have kids that have started driving or are driving and you can remember the first time they took off, that's nerve-wracking. I remember the first time I left my driveway at my house, and I remember my mom watching me and waving to me as I left. And I remember her just standing there, and I could look in the mirror and I could see her standing there. And now I understand what she was going through, what she was thinking, and how worried she was, and just, I get it now. You know what I mean? I get it. So I'm a concerned dad. I just want my son to be safe on the road. I'm going to be praying heavy, once he starts driving. And I want him to enjoy it. And I love that he's going to have his freedom. And I'm always talking to him while we're driving, teaching him things to look for, teaching him that, the people, because, he's too young right now. He can't really have passengers. He can drive his brother to school. But when he gets to a point when he can have passengers, passengers can get you in trouble. And what I mean by that is, if you got a shitty ass friend who's in the passenger seat, making obscene gestures to people, or driving and doing something out the window, whatever it is, that problem becomes yours because you're the driver. If that person thinks it's cool to smoke something while you're driving, if that person thinks it's cool to crack some alcohol because they're not driving and you are, all of that becomes your problem, and it's very serious. So I've been trying to impute all these things into him, to let him know, like, you have to keep all these things in perspective. You have to understand that this is a privilege. It's not a right. You don't get to drive. It's a privilege to drive, and it can be taken away from you. So I've been doing that a lot with my kid and talking to him about it and hoping it's sticking, and I'm going to keep doing it and keep doing it. And, I keep telling him, I know, maybe the stuff that I'm telling you is getting you tired of hearing it, but I promise you, when it happens, you're going to be like, damn, my dad told me about this. And his mom's doing the same, One of my coaching buddies said, man, your life's about to get easier. And I was like, what? And I go, oh. He goes, you're not going to be running around, driving him to practice and whatnot. And I go, yeah. I guess that's right. I will be coming to practice still, but he'll be driving himself. I guess you're right. So we'll get a little easier. So, there's a lot of positives. I'm just, being a typical parent and just concerned for my son's well-being. You know what I mean? Gosh, outside of that, what else? He's a junior now. My kid's a junior. He just started 4 days ago, and my youngest, Jaden, he is now a freshman. And before you know it, Jordan's going to be graduating, and then Jaden's 2 years right behind him. So, man, what a life, right? Take that in for a minute. For a lot of you guys who've been following my journey on social media, for who, those of you who've been on this podcast since 2020, take that in for a minute. My oldest was 11 when this podcast started. Was he 11? No, he was 10. My oldest, Jordan, was 10 when I started this podcast. And Jaden was 8. Now Jaden is 14. And Jordan is 16. Wow. What a life, right? Anyways, I just wanted to touch bases with you guys on that and to share with you. One other thing. I've got a few friends that are cops, and what I'm going to do, and one of my good buddies, we coach his son in baseball. He reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'd love to be able to speak with your son about the importance and how serious it is to be driving, um, you know, in detail." I offer that to all of my friends whose kids are ready to drive, and you know, if you are okay with it, I'd love to give them another perspective. And I reached out to him. I said, "Man, you are a law officer. I would love for you to sit down with my son and talk to him about that." So we are very blessed as a family to have a few friends that are police officers. And I'm going to have him sit down with this guy after baseball practice and let him talk to him about the importance of obeying the law, of your passengers, of how you conduct yourself on the road and whatnot. So we're going to let him sit down and talk to him. It's good to have the mom, dad perspective, but also the unique perspective of a police officer. So that's one of the things we're going to do next week. And then we're just going to get him ready to get on the road, man. I told myself I'm not going to cry on this episode. And they're not sad tears, they're tears of joy. But I'm not going to cry on this episode. Just know my heart is mixed. It has mixed emotions right now, man. My baby boy is growing so damn fast. And that's okay, because he's turning out to be such a fantastic little boy, man. I said little boy. He's turning out to be a fantastic young man. And so is my little guy. Very thankful. Shout out to my co-parent, my ex-wife. We did that. We're doing a great job. Got to pat ourselves on the back. I love you guys. I appreciate you listening. Very short episode. Make sure to check out the website, raymolina.com. Check out the store. I have a lot of new merchandise there. Lots of new merchandise. I have tumblers. I have coffee mugs. I have hats, jackets, beanies. I have a podcast candle. You name it. I got so much stuff. Go to raymolina.com. Also, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at It's Ray Molina. My TikTok is yanking right now. We're almost at 8,000 followers there. And when I go live there, we have great conversations. I kind of take the podcast live there. So if you're interested, go to TikTok, follow me. It's Ray Molina, and that is also my Instagram. All right. Outside of that, YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, go to YouTube, subscribe to the Perfect Mess Podcast. One more time, subscribe to the Perfect Mess Podcast on YouTube. I love you guys, and like I always say, my life isn't perfect. Oftentimes it is a mess, but for me, it is the perfect mess. Peace.